Fluffy Cathy here, a friendly reminder to you all to subscribe and don't forget to like this video. In addition to that, leave a comment down below. Enjoy the video and have a nice day. And so I proclaim us both partners because we are matched. I would slap him. You are so overwhelmed with gratitude that you are at a loss for words. If I could throw something at you, I would. A punch packed with as much strength as your love. I can only groan in response. Maybe I should have chosen karma. Oh my. Hello everyone. It sounds like you are having fun. How is this fun? Rumple is never fun. All he ever does is spout nonsense. I heard him. He doesn't mean any harm, Princess. He just filled to the brim with so many compliments that he needs to get them off his chest. Well, he can go direct them at one of his many other adoring fans. I shift my gaze to Rumple and furrow my eyebrows at him. Or do you only direct them at me because you enjoy how much I ignore you? I only wanted to help, Princess. That's what partners do, right? But we are not partners. Just try this partnership out, Princess. I promise it will be worth your while. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, Princess. You can always change partners. Lady Parfait, you've broken my heart. You're very good at healing your broken heart by now, Rumple. That is true. That's so true. Anyway, I am sorry to interrupt. I only need to speak with Anise to make sure that she doesn't need any help with a particular list. A list? A list of herbs for me. Anise has been nice enough to gather herbs for me. Lady Parfait, is this about your body? What's wrong with your body? It's nothing to concern yourself with, Princess. My body is just a little frail because of the burden on it. That's right. Parfait mentioned having to bear the Crucilium Lucius. A thought occurred to me as I looked at her more closely. Wait, couldn't you use magic to heal yourself? Parfait shakes her head and sighs. I don't have the ability to heal. None of us do, except for one particular witch who calls herself the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor? Is something wrong? Rumple shakes his head and gives her a wistful smile. That name just sounds familiar. It's likely you've heard about her from someone else before. Humans do know of her existence after all. A witch? She's not a fairy. For some reason, I had thought fairies would be more likely to heal people, not witches. She is indeed a witch, that is what they say. Though I have never met her myself. She is the only one who can heal illnesses with magic. She doesn't associate with other witches though, and keeps to herself. Nobody knows where to find her for a very long time. Suffice it to say, we could never seek out help from her, even if we wanted to? Parfait shakes her head. No, unfortunately not. Rumple looks grim, but Parfait quickly dissipates the gloomy atmosphere with a clap of her hand. If Delora were here, she would say, "All right, story time is over." That was all very interesting. Interesting, but it does not really help anyone. Your body is the way that it is because of the Great War, then. Like I told you before, the Great War made my body a lot weaker. That is something that cannot be healed. And I don't have an heir, so... Parfait looks about ready to say something, but goes silent. She has a sad look on her face, and I don't understand why. Anise immediately speaks up. I think I'll be okay, Lady Parfait. I was actually going to go on an errand run in a few minutes. Do you need any help? I would more than happy to escort a lovely lady like yourself around town. Anise pulls a list from her bag nearby and holds it out. There are only a few items on the list, as far as I can see. Don't worry about it, Rumple. It's not much at all. I can't read. Rumple stares at the list. His expression suddenly smooths into something more serious. May I have that? Anise hands him the list slowly as he takes his pen out from his pocket. I stare as he looks over the list quietly, then scribbles some things down at the bottom. Afterward, he hands it over to Anise. I've added some things that might be helpful. The herbs on the list are for joint pain, and you might want something a little more general. How does he know all that? Everyone is staring at Rumple with wide eyes. Even Parfait looks impressed. You've used herbs before, Rumple? Maybe, I don't remember. But for some reason the name came to the top of my head as I was looking at the list. Thank you. It is always my pleasure to help a lovely lady. Now, Anise, please let me accompany you to town. I would love to help you with whatever I can, and any names might come to me. That sounds nice. Thank you, Rumple. Rumple turns to me, a mischievous smile on his face. Whenever he looks at me like that, I know he's going to suggest something ridiculous. Ah, yeah. You are very smart. Princess Catherine should accompany us for the experience. I do not need experience. How are you going to shower people with compliments if you know nothing about them? Being out in town will be good for you. Rumple has a point. The more you expand your world, the more willing you are to learn more about people. I do not need to be lectured. Oh, Princess, it wasn't meant to be a lecture. I'm just letting you know that experience is invaluable. Come on, Princess, let us escort this lovely Anise around town. What about your work? Rumple puts a finger to my lips and grins. Oh gosh, no one seems to have thought of that, so it will be our little secret. Please, hands off. First with the ear, I slap his hand away, but he just grins at me jovially. How did I get dragged into this? Please don't stay out too long. We won't. I make my way into town with Rumple and Anise. The majority of the conversation we had are one-sided, with Rumple giving us both the usual compliments. He never seems to tire of it. Rumple helps Anise to pick certain herbs and a few other medications, and accepts all of the compliments she gives him with her triumphant smile. I know Anise knows about herbs because she's helped me before, but how does Rumple know so much about them? This must be a part of the past he doesn't remember. Anise enters a store by herself at one point, leaving me alone with Rumple. I'm a mysterious man, aren't I? I turn to look at him and notice the easy smile adorning his face. A man with amnesia is full of secrets after all. I bet you're even more curious about me. Women always love mysterious men. I do not particularly care. But Princess, what if my curse is my insomnia? Then shouldn't you care somehow? As partners, we're going to help each other, right? I do not see how I can help you with your amnesia. What did I say? Nausea. Maybe this is a spell that is only broken by true love's kiss. Shall we see? He leans towards me with a playful smile on his face. I am accustomed to this behavior by now, so this does not faze me, and I merely sigh at him nonsense. You already said yourself that you need to gather entries from some kind of journal. Princess, you're no fun. A little kiss wouldn't hurt anyone. I would die before I kiss you. Princess, that's so sad. He says that, but he is still smiling. Why is he so unfazed by everything I say to him? You only ever have terrible suggestions. It was a mistake to trust you might have good advice. But I have great ideas. You haven't helped me with my curse at all. I have been trying though. You haven't even told me how to get a good deed. I told you before, princess, compliments make a person happy, and making a person happy is a good deed. So you flirting with women and using shallow compliments on them is a good deed. On the surface, the compliments may seem shallow, but if you swim a little deeper, complimenting people cannot be a good deed. But making them happy is. All you have to do is listen to people, sympathize with them, maybe get to know them, and you can make them happy by doing even small things for them. Women enjoy the compliments, princess. Besides, how can I see beauties and not compliment them? It would be a disservice. You give compliments to people you do not even care about. Princess. Rumple's voice trails off as he stares past me. His smile flatters for a few moments, and a look of confusion ripples his features. I turn to follow his gaze and see a small boy staring at us. He is shyly hiding behind some kind of notebook. There's the seriousness again. It was the same thing that happened when he added something to the list of parfait. Then suddenly the expression changes Rumple's usual bright smile. Hello there. Would you like to come and speak with us, young sir? You don't remember me, sir. Oh, do I know you? I used to come to your clinic. You saved me before. The boy draws closer to us, still hiding slyly behind his notebook. I'm sorry, little sir. I'm afraid that my memories are a bit scrambled right now. I can't even remember my own name. Really? Where is Annie's? Why is she taking so long? The last thing I want to hear is a conversation between Rumple and some child. Is he going to shower this boy with compliments too? It's a shame that I can't remember a boy as bright as yourself. And there it is. I'm not that bright, sir. Not as bright as you, but I wanna be. He holds up his notebook, which has a small name scribbled in the cover. The words, "My dreams," are written on the front cover in cursive letters. What's this? I want to be just like you when I grow up. So I started a book of dreams, just like my mom told me so, too. She said I could become a doctor too, so long as I tried my best. A doctor? You forgot that you were a doctor, sir. Oh, I mean, he knows about herbs, so. Rumple, a doctor? The boy continues to hold out his book, and finally Rumple takes it and flips it open to the front page. Rumple is holding the book close to his face so I cannot see it. I rise to the tips of my toes in an attempt to look over his shoulder. At first, Rumple does not notice me as he stares at the page. Then, blatantly, he realizes I am there and lowers the book so I can read too. I lean so close to him that our shoulders brush. My eyes scan over the page quickly. The handwriting is cruel, barely readable actually, but I can still make out the gist of it. Rumple slowly reads the words aloud. When I am older, I want to be exactly the kind of doctor that saved me when I had no one else to go to. The boy's face flushes as Rumple reads his words aloud before his curious gaze lands on me. I don't remember you. I looked at the boy, irritated. Are you the doctor's wife? Rumple suddenly looks up, eyes wide. He looks down at the boy, then at me, his face suddenly solemn. I am surprised by the word that leads his mouth next. Yes, she is. What? Hold on. No. Stop him. I should have taken karma. He wouldn't have treated me this way. He takes my hand in his and looks down at me, an almost sad look on his face. Pull my hand away. He has such a strange look on his face. Slowly I try to pull my hand away, but Rumple holds tightly to it. The sadness in his eyes becomes intense anxiety, and I see something like fear dancing in his eyes. You really think it was my fault? What? Sir? Rumple squeezes my hand, a little too tightly. He looks at me desperately. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What are you sorry about? Let me go. I finally manage to pry my hand free. Rumple looks at me for a few moments, almost bewildered, and then his eyes suddenly widen. He looks back at the journal, and then at me. Oh, I think I blinked out. I'm sorry, princess. All at once, the sheepish smile breaks into something cheerful again. He is still smiling at me, even though I was so curt with him. Rumple is so confused. I should have went with karma. Don't worry about that, little sir. This one here is a feisty thing. I deserve whatever she just did. So she's not your wife, sir? Rumple looks a little surprised, and then he laughs. Unfortunately, no. The beautiful lady here is not my wife. Rumple absently rubs the back of his neck as he looks up at the sky.